Jumping into the number 5 spot of the top 5 best Prime Day e-scooter deals 2024 is the Segway ES2, typically priced at $349.99, now on sale for $267. If at any point during the video you want to check out any of the 5 deals in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links, but let's talk about the ES2. Firstly, this has a 300-watt motor that's great for flatter commuters, but steeper hills, you're gonna want more power. This has a 15-mile range and up to 15.5 miles per hour max speed. This can be upgraded with an additional battery that pushes it to a 28-mile range and a 19 mile per hour top speed. And that is nice that in the future, if you do want to upgrade it, you can. In addition to this, it does have dual suspension, but the suspension, as expected, is on the cheaper side. It's better to have it than not have it, but don't expect the world here. Now, one of the more interesting things with the ES2 is this uses dual throttles. So you have a throttle on each side. The left throttle is actually the brake, which is electronic only, and the right throttle is the accelerator. The benefit of this is it's easier to grip when braking. The negative is you won't be able to brake quite as fast as you will if you have regen braking in addition to either a drum brake or a disc brake. However, even at this price point, and a significantly better price point this Prime Day, is it has lights. So even if you're at night in town going through the city, cars will be able to see you because it does have some RGB on the bottom and I believe a tail light. With that, let's jump into the number 4 spot, which is the Navee V40, typically priced at $499.99, now on sale for $399.99. This has a 700-watt motor, that's peak performance, but because of that higher wattage motor, it's easier to climb hills. So if you are in a hilly location, skip the ES2, but maybe look at this one. Now for under $400 on Prime Day, that's getting you a 25-mile range, and the big thing is a 20 mile per hour top speed. The V40 also has a very cool Apple AirTag stowing location, so you can always get an AirTag, stick it in the scooter, and you always know where your scooter is. This helps, well, against thefts and things of that nature. Definitely an underrated feature on this scooter. But with that, let's jump into the number 3 spot. And this is a scooter from Okai, and I absolutely love Okai as a company. I've had one of their neon scooters for years now, and it has never let me down, and I've beat the crap out of it. So they are a very reliable company. The Okai ES520B, typically priced at $499.99, now on a substantial discount for this Prime Day at $329.99. This features a front drive 600-watt motor that's able to climb hills significantly better. Front drive a lot of times will give you more traction, so on looser terrain, this will also be a little bit safer. Now, considering the price point on Prime Day, the range is pretty dang impressive at 28 miles. And unlike the Segway ES2, this has a dual braking system, both with regen as well as disc brakes. The regenerative braking happens in the front motor, and then that disc brake is on the rear. So really significantly better braking on the Okai. Now, as I said, Okai's reliability here is immense. I've had their neon scooter for years now, beating the living heck out of it, and it never stuttered or had any problems really at all. And I've taken it off-road, probably places it should not go. So seriously, Okai is an underrated manufacturer in the scooter space, and I definitely trust their quality control. But with that, let's move on to the number 2 spot, which is the HiBoy S2 MAX, typically priced at a whopping $699.99, now on sale for $499.99. Now this features a 500-watt motor with a 650-watt peak power, and this is great for getting up steeper hills. However, the biggest point with the S2 MAX here is the range. This gets up to 40.4 miles of range. Now, real world range, we all know it's not gonna be actually that number unless you're going fairly slow and it's flat, but still, 40.4 rating means you're probably gonna get 30 miles maybe, and that's very impressive for this price tag, at least on Prime Day. However, all of that and you still get a 19 mile per hour top speed, which is all things considered pretty quick. Now, while this doesn't have any suspension, so it is just a rigid body, this does have air-filled tires, so that will smooth out the ride pretty substantially when compared to something like the ES2 or other scooters on this list that are, well, just rubber. For braking, this also has dual brakes, as we kind of expect at this price point, having a drum brake in the front and then a rear regen braking with that motor. But with that, let's jump into the number 1 best electric scooter Prime Day deal. This is the GoTrax G4. I absolutely love this scooter because it is really the Goldilocks for most people getting into electric scooters. Typically priced at $499.99, now on sale to $424.15. This is enough for most people to not leave them wanting more, but low enough price point that there's an enormous amount of value here. This features a 500-watt motor and it climbs steeper hills pretty dang well, all things considered. This has a 25-mile range and a 20-mile top speed, which at this price point is kind of hard to find, while still having that 25-mile range. The motor tuning is also pretty good here, gets you off the line fairly quickly, and it's using a rear drive motor, which is just a little bit more fun. Another thing that's super underrated on the G4 is this has an integrated cable lock with a passcode. So you can set your own passcode and cable lock this, especially if you're in city or on a college campus. That is super nice. And obviously, as you expect to finish it up, this has dual braking with a disc brake in the front and then regen with that rear motor. But again, if you want to check out any of the 5 deals in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But this is E-Rider, and I'll see you guys in the next video.